Okay, so take two. I started that one off a little bit prematurely. I wasn't actually going to record today, but I decided why not take advantage of the day. What do they say in Latin?
Time 35 minutes. Distance 3.89 kilometers. Workout average pace 9 minutes per kilometer.
Carpe diem. Seize the day. Anyway, let me just roll the music back up just a wee bit to around the 50% mark. That is how it was set the other day, and it seemed to work just fine. I'm coming up to the Elephant Rock, and from there I will start my climb in earnest to the summit. I have deactivated the, what's it called now, the heart rate settings, because I don't know if it's a low battery on my phone or my strap, but it was giving me wacky readings, which are not worth listening to really, so we won't have to put up with.
Time 36 minutes. Distance 3.97 kilometers. Workout average pace 9 minutes 4 seconds per kilometer.
We won't have to put up with too much nonsense from Samantha. Just going to turn down the volume just a tad here, because that's it. That's pretty much how I had it set on Monday last when I did a hike. This one is got to be a run, because most of it will be running. After I get to the summit, there will be a fair amount of speedier downhill. Up I go. Let me just take a photograph of this classic view that any trail runner in Victoria would recognize.
Time 37 minutes. Distance 4.01 kilometers. Workout average pace 9 minutes 10 seconds per kilometer.
Got it. The rock face on the first part of the climb to the summit. As I dodge the low-hanging branches of the bushes, trying to stay dry for as long as possible. Miraculously, my shoes are still dry. Who knows how long that will be. Alright, so as I put my camera away, I will have all my limbs in action for the climb.
Time 38 minutes. Distance 4.05 kilometers. Workout average pace 9 minutes 22 seconds per kilometer.
Up I go. It is a fair bit brighter today. We have lost probably a couple of thousand feet of low clouds. I was going to say fog, but the top of Mount Doug was buried in the clouds. And as I said, that's only 220 meters. That was the bottom of the cloud. The top of the cloud was probably closer to 1,000 feet. Maybe 1,000 meters.
Time 39 minutes. Distance 4.08 kilometers. Workout average pace 9 minutes 31
There should be
seconds
some
per
music
kilometer.
playing. I'm never sure. But if this is a loser recording, I will do another one tomorrow. Easy come, easy go. This one is, as you might have gathered, an in the shirt recording. And you can probably tell by my labored breathing that it's not a cakewalk just noticed a trail that I haven't seen before. It joins this one, so probably comes off Whitaker a little bit lower down.
Time 40 minutes. Distance 4.12 kilometers. Workout average pace 9 minutes 40 seconds per kilometer. Time for hydration.
So 40 minutes in, and I'm still vertical, as they say. I just swung my camera around to the back of my body because the phone was banging into it. The hanging phone around my neck was hitting my belt, the fanny pack where I keep my camera, and that would have been a thump. Excuse me. That was my porridge. Well, after last week's eventful internet woes.
Time 41 minutes. Distance 4.16 kilometers. Workout average pace 9 minutes 50 seconds per kilometer.
I noticed that the Shaw cable guy was out in the front checking our junction box where the fiber optic cable comes in to the house. It is in one of those culverts, one of those manhole covered drain holes of various uses, utility uses. But one of the issues we have here is there are two major internet providers, TELUS and Shaw. And TELUS has been using the tubes put in by Shaw to run their cables.
Time 42 minutes. Distance 4.20 kilometers. Workout
So
average pace 9 minutes 59
those
seconds per kilometer.
Tubes have extra cables in them, which might explain either some kind of damage or poor connection. I'm not sure. But I'm sure the Shaw guy is sure. It's looking quite nice, the weather today. As I stop to prove my point by taking a scenic shot halfway up Mount Doug. My camera is still on auto settings, hence the delay. When I hear the click,
Time 43 minutes.
I am
Distance
sure
4.21 kilometers.
that it
Workout
has
average
taken
pace
the
10 minutes, 7
photograph, but
seconds per kilometer.
sometimes when I check the images that I capture, I have two of the same, one in low light and one in more correct lighting and exposure conditions. So I'm guessing that the click is not necessarily the only time that a picture is taken. The click represents the good one. So I will filter through those later. Pretty soon I'm going to check my altitude readings because I can tell that I'm nearing the top, mainly because I've done this many times before, but also to give my friend Patrick a little heads up
Time
on
44 minutes. Distance
the
4.26
total
kilometers.
elevation.
Workout average pace 10 minutes 18 seconds per kilometer.
10 minutes 18, I heard that. I hope she wasn't too loud for you. I know that I'm coming through loud and clear. I just don't want everybody else to be coming through louder or clearer. It's my podcast, it's not Samantha's podcast. Damn it. Another bare rock. 3 appendage climb. The hand touching down occasionally. for balance. I do have my grippy shoes on, which do help enormously on wet rocks, which is all I'm
Time
seeing
45
now.
minutes. Distance 4.33 kilometers. Workout average pace 10 minutes 24 seconds per kilometer.
I shall hit the summit around the 5 kilometer mark, and then I'll probably extend the end run. This is the first run of the week for me. Being Tuesday, I can envisage keeping up with my goals of 10 hours for this week. My friend Derek has been laid off his job because his doctor advised him to get an air boot, one of those air casts, for his fractured foot bone. And I guess the guys at Sleggs Lumber weren't too happy with
Time 46 minutes.
their
Distance
yard
4.36
guy
kilometers. Workout
confined
average
to
pace 10 minutes 33
customer
seconds per kilometer.
counter duties. So they laid him off. I'm sure they'll take him back once he has a clear, clean bill of health. I did ask him when he thought we'd be running again. He is very brief with his emails. Normally just one word answers. Up I go. I don't know if you checked my Facebook page the other day, but I posted a photograph of the first all-women umpire team on a hockey game. I think
Time 47 minutes.
it's
Distance
probably a very good
4.40
idea
kilometers. Workout average
to
pace 10
have
minutes 39 seconds per
some
kilometer.
women umpires. They would probably step in and prevent some of that unnecessary tussling that the men umpires seem to put up with. I can see the crow's nest up ahead. So, women umpires on hockey games, an interesting development as I top out into the wind, which you won't hear because my phone is inside my shirt.
Time 48 minutes. Distance 4.42 kilometers. Workout average pace 10 minutes 48 seconds per kilometer.
Yep, a nice view. Nice view today. I can also see the container ship, I believe, that's burning in the Straits of Juan de Fuca. Got it. Hello.
Hi.
I think that's the container ship.
It is, yeah.
I didn't realize it was so close.
Well, they said it was 12 miles offshore, but I don't think that's 12 miles.
Maybe they've dragged it in a bit.
They may have. Looks like there's a little plane overhead, too.
What, above the container ship?
Well, it's just moved off to the right now. But
Oh, I see it. Yeah,
Time
yeah.
49 minutes.
That could
Distance
just be
4.45
Harbour Air from
kilometers.
Seattle.
Workout average pace 10 minutes 57
Anyway.
seconds per
Getting
kilometer.
a view.
They are. That's probably why they went that way. Anyway, I'm glad the sun has come out a bit.
Yeah, you're getting some good photos, I'm sure.
I hope my camera does them justice.
Yeah, well, you never know with cameras till you get home.
Well, this is one of those point and shoot jobs that should be idiot proof, but when I have it on manual settings, it takes a picture right away. Whether it's a good, bad, or indifferent picture. When it's on automatic settings, it's constantly trying to decide the best settings.
What to do next?
So I'm waiting for it to go click.
And trying to be steady.
Yep. But sometimes it works out well. Anyway, have a good hike.
Time 50 minutes. Distance 4.26
The dog wants to follow
kilometers.
me.
Workout average pace 11 minutes 13
I forgot
seconds
to
per
check my
kilometer.
altitude while I was chatting there, but I can check from my stats as I start my run back. Her volume will be a little lower than Samantha and me. She was behind me. I didn't want to get too close to her. We've all been very well trained these last couple of years. So when I get to Glendenning, I will pull the plug on this brief update of my progress as I reach for my
Time
equipment.
51 minutes. Distance 4.61 kilometers.
In my
Workout
shirt.
average pace 11 minutes 3 seconds per kilometer.
11 minutes 3 seconds. I will make that up pretty quickly. But before that, I'll just give you a little bit of music. Well, in fact, I'll give you quite a lot of music. Because I believe I've just started an 8-minute music sweep. 8 and 16, 8 and 17 is 25 minutes, the length of the show when it's done. Yep, 17:15 now, and I have 8 minutes left.
4.69 kilometers. Workout average pace 11 minutes 5 seconds per kilometer.
Yeah, it's going to be about 25 minutes. I will check when I get to the bottom of Glendenning, but until then I will stash the camera around the back. So I believe the song you're listening to now is called Sunshine Daydream. Or at least that's the main refrain from the boys in the band. As I work my way around the boulders and the trees.
Time 53 minutes. Distance 4.74 kilometers. Workout average pace 11 minutes 10 seconds per kilometer.
11 minutes, 10 seconds. It gets slightly less treacherous in a minute, and I'll be able to pick up the pace considerably then. But for the last 2 weeks now, I haven't been using autopause, so any photo or chat breaks are definitely going to show immediately in my pace. This is the hardest part now, to get through this little canyon ankle breaker,
Time 54 minutes.
as they call it.
Distance 4.80 kilometers.
An
Workout
ankle
average pace
breaker,
11
you
minutes
get
15
your
seconds per kilometer.
ankle stuck in there and fall to the side, and you'll know what I mean. I haven't actually done that, but I'm sure it could easily happen. You have to put your foot right in between the jaws of two rocks, sometimes narrow enough to get your foot in, but not really much room to deviate from the vertical. As you can hear now, I'm on larger rocks. This is a bit of a boulder dash here. Dashing from boulder to boulder
55 minutes. Distance 4.87 kilometers.
I think I had
Workout average pace
55
11
minutes.
18 seconds per kilometer.
So this is going to be over an hour of running when I'm done. Probably be more like 80 minutes. I'm going to come back through Bow Park, as is my wont. I noticed Kevin is putting out another podcast. I might record a little bit later for him while I'm at it. There is a little section that I'm going to do today which I always call Kevin's Ramp, because that's invariably where I record my 2 or 3 minutes of submission. Let me just turn everything off until then as I pull out the phone once again for a statistics check.
Distance 4.96 kilometers. Workout average pace 11 minutes 17 seconds per kilometer.
But I've still got 3 minutes of music to do, so I might as well do it. And the stats that I'm interested in, well, it tells me that my heart rate is at 74%, which I can believe. Earlier on it was kind of erratic. I'm at 141 meters above at a distance of 5 kilometers. And according to my Spreaker app, I have 22 minutes recorded and 3 minutes 13 left of this song. So 3 minutes will get me to the goalposts. As I speed up, you will hear me run full tilt before I say bye-bye
Time
to you.
57 minutes. Distance 5.03 kilometers. Workout average pace 11 minutes 19 seconds per kilometer.
That should be down to around 8 minutes by the time I exit the park. There's a lot of wind damage here, but just small branches, nothing big enough to bonk you on the head. But luckily. Hello. Hi there. Is your dog friendly? That's good.
Time 58 minutes. Distance
I'm a dog
5.21
magnet.
kilometers. Workout average pace 11 minutes 6 seconds per kilometer.
This is the glory zone. This is where I'm probably traveling at 7 minutes per kilometer pace, whittling away at the 11. So I believe this podcast is just about done. As I reach the goalposts. If I turn left, I will go home in 15 minutes. If I go straight, I have about another 25 to go. So this is the Running Jackal signing off at the goalposts for my midweek extravaganza. Bye bye.